23rd, so this will be posted tomorrow, the 24th. And so today's class comes as a request from Tom to work on the spine. And the spine is obviously the column that runs along your back up into the base of your neck. And it's a column, so columns have 360 degrees. And because your spinal cord or spinal column is a column, you want to work all 360 degrees of that spinal column. So today's class is going to work on focusing on building strength of the spinal column as well as flexibility or mobility of the spinal column. And we're going to try and do it in all different directions, so we're really getting the flexibility and strength all the way around the spinal column or cord. So go ahead, Kappa squat. What you'll need today is just your mat and maybe some blocks or stacked blankets to raise the floor up to you. And that's it. So go ahead, take a seat or lay down wherever feels comfortable for you. Bring your eyes to close. Let the outside world go. And bring your awareness onto yourself and onto your breathing. And in honor of this being Thanksgiving week and us wanting to be thankful for all we have and being grateful for all that we have, my quote today is about being grateful. So it says, "The ideal purpose of your life is that you are grateful, great and full, that you are alive and you enjoy it." The ideal purpose of your life is that you are grateful, great and full, that you are alive and you enjoy it. So I think all this quote's saying is, no matter what obstacles or, rocks that are thrown in your path to block it, there's still many blessings in this life, and we have to be grateful for those blessings, be grateful for this life that we are walking through. And try to enjoy it. Try to enjoy that path. Try to enjoy that journey. Be grateful you have that journey. Even if there's bumps in the road or pebbles blocking your path, still try to find some kind of enjoyment. Be grateful, great and full. Try to enjoy life. Take a couple more breaths right where you're at. And then gently blink your eyes to open. And inhale, just reach those arms out and up overhead. Exhale your hands on down. And again, inhale, reach out and up. Exhale your hands on down. And one more time, inhale, reach out and up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Set your intentions for today's practice. Gently blink your eyes open. Inhale, shoot those arms straight back up and just take an open arm twist. Right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, both arms back up, look up. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. And inhale, both arms back up. Exhale, blow those arms out and down. Stretch your legs on out, shake them out. And then come to lay down on your mat. And I'm actually going to turn sideways for this first one. So lay down on your mat. Your arms are down by your sides, palms are facing down, your feet are about hips apart. And then pull your knees up so that your knees are right over your hip bones. So don't pull them into your chest. Have the knees right over your hip bones so they form a 90-degree angle. And then keep your shins parallel with the floor and feet both flexed. Now you are going to Reach that left leg long. Reach it long and just hover it above the ground. Keeping that right knee right where it's at. And then you're going to reach that right arm up overhead and just hover that up as well. And then take that left arm up to the sky too. Just hover it there. And then exhale, bring that left knee in. Lower that right, or bring that right arm back up to vertical. Same thing, same side. So extend that left leg. Reach that right arm up. And hover both that right arm and left leg above the ground. So this is working kind of like the diagonal or the cross of your spine. So because the right arm and the left leg are opposites, like diagonals of each other. Inhale, pull it back in, come back up. We're going to do that one more time on each side. So exhale, lower that left leg, reach that right arm. Again, both the arm and the leg are hovering above the earth. And then next, inhale, bring it back up to your neutral spot, which is right here. We're going to switch into the other side now. So extend that right leg and reach that left arm up overhead. Keep breathing here. Inhale, come back up. Same thing again, stretch the right leg and left arm long. Next, inhale, come back up. And then one more time, extend the right leg and left arm. Work in the opposite diagonal. Take a breath or two here. And then inhale, come back up to neutral. Lower the arms down, lower the feet down. Go ahead and windshield wiper the legs a little bit. And then pull both knees into your chest and just rock side to side. Give that low back a little bit of a rub. And then you can rock forward and back, or you can roll up to your right side and then come up to a seated position. Whichever feels better for you. So come back to your mat and you're going to come into tabletop position. So similar to what we just did with the opposite arm and opposite leg, reaching on the diagonal, we're going to have the same thing but in a different plane. So you're going to be in your tabletop position, neutral position. You are going to reach that left leg back, nice and long, foot is flexed, toes are pointing down. And then you're going to extend that right arm. Reach it nice and long, like somebody's pulling your fingertips forward and pulling your heel back. Pull the belly in. You may want to even tuck the tailbone down a little bit. Exhale, release down. Same thing again. Go ahead and inhale, stretch that left leg long, left foot is flexed, and then extend that right arm. Tuck the butt under a little bit, curl the tailbone down. And then exhale, release. So shake your booty out a little bit. Same thing, other side. So go ahead and extend that right leg back, straight and long. Foot is flexed, toes are pointing down. And then when you're ready, extend that left arm nice and long. Again, curl the butt down to protect your low back and elongate that spine a little bit more. Next, exhale, release. And then one more time, we're going to do that same diagonal. So extend that right leg back long, foot is flexed, toes down. Extend that left arm out, tuck the butt. And then exhale, release. Go ahead, shake your bum out a little bit. And then go ahead, take your knees wide, toes together. Push back to a child's pose. Just extending that spine again, nice and long. And then when you're ready, inhale, come back up to tabletop, and you are going to curl your toes under, and you are going to take a downward facing dog. You can walk your dog out a little bit, or you can be still, whichever feels good for you. And then go ahead and come back to stillness. If you're walking your dog, look forward and you're going to bring your right foot between your hands. You can take a couple baby steps or a big giant step. So you are in your high lunge, and this may be where you want to grab your blocks to get you to your lunge. If you need your hands on the blocks, that's fine. If you want to reach your arms all the way up into your full high lunge, that's great too. So what I want you to do in your high lunge, I want you to bend that back knee slightly. So here's your high lunge. I want you to bend that back knee slightly. And that innately kind of tucks that butt under a little bit. So keep that butt tucked under, pulling the belly in. Bring your hands to prayer now. And then you're just going to twist your torso to the right. It's not going to go as far because that back leg is bent. And if you're like this on your blocks with that knee bent, you can just twist your body and keep the left hand planted and just have your right hand in a prayer. Slowly untwist, lower those hands on down, step back into your downward facing dog again. And this time really bend your right knee deep, bend it deep, and then kind of look under your left underarm or shoulder. Inhale, come back to neutral, and then bend that left knee deep, and then look under that right shoulder. So get a little hip action, a little side body action. And then come back to neutral. We're going to step our left foot through to come into our high lunge. Again, you can grab your blocks if you'd like. You're in your high lunge, you're going to bend that back knee. If you're staying on the blocks, you'll keep your right hand planted and bring your left hand to prayer, and then just twist a little bit. If you are in full high lunge, again, you will bend that back knee so the butt naturally curves under. Bring your hands to prayer, and then go ahead and twist. Keep breathing as you're twisting. Inhale, come back to center. Lower your hands back and down, and then go ahead again and step back into your downward facing dog. Again, you can walk it out. And then you're going to come down onto tabletop. Just going to move my things out of the way here. And then come down onto your forearms. Shake your bum out a little bit. And then go ahead and just lower all the way down from your forearms or from tabletop, whichever is easier for you. And we're just going to take locust pose. So bring your arms down by your sides. Palms are facing down. And then you're going to lift your head and lift your shoulders. Keep your gaze looking down at your mat. Raise those arms up, raise the legs up. Keep breathing in your locust. And then exhale, lower on down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Come back in the tabletop. And then you can curl your toes and come back into your downward facing dog. Come back to stillness, drop down back into your tabletop. So we're going to do that diagonal thing again, but we're going to add a crunch this time. So go ahead and extend that left leg back behind you. This time go ahead and extend your right arm out. And then on an exhale, bring that right elbow to left knee, round your spine up, crunch it. And then inhale, open it up. And then again, exhale, crunch. Inhale, open up. One more time, exhale, round the spine, bring the elbow to knee, crunch it. And then inhale, open her up. Exhale, that right hand down, left leg down. Shake your hips out a little bit. And we'll repeat that same thing on the other side. So go ahead and extend that right leg back behind. Extend the left arm out in front. When you're ready, exhale, bring that left elbow to right knee, round the spine. Inhale, stretch it long. Exhale, round the spine, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach it long. One more time, exhale, round the spine. Hollow out the belly. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale, drop that left hand down, right knee down. Shake it on out. Go ahead, take your knees wide, toes together. Push back to child's pose. Take a couple breaths here. Inhale, come back up to tabletop. Shake your hips out a little bit. Go ahead and curl your toes under. Come back into your downward facing dog. And we're going to step our right foot forward again, and we're going to come into a lunge. You may want to grab your blocks again, or not. But we're going to come into a high lunge this time. So if you can, raise those arms up. If you have your hands on your block, you can keep them down. If your arms are up, you're going to bring your hands rather to prayer. And then you're going to twist and bring that left elbow and hover it over that right knee. If you are having your hands on your blocks, again, you're going to take your right hand's going to stay down, and you're just going to twist and bring that left elbow up and look over your right shoulder. Slowly untwist, come back up to your high lunge or your center lunge on your blocks. And then go ahead and step that back or that front foot back. Come into downward facing dog. Walk it on out. And then you're going to look forward and you're going to step your left foot forward between your hands. Come into your high lunge or your hands on your blocks. So again, you're going to stay right here. This time the back knee is not being bent, right? The second time around. If you were going to twist from your hands on the blocks, your left hand stays planted, your right hand comes to prayer, and you're just going to twist and look over that left shoulder. If you are in full high lunge, bring your hands to prayer, and then twist and hover that right elbow over that left knee. Take a couple breaths there. Then slowly untwist, come back to center. Exhale your hands back down to your mat or to your blocks. Step that front foot back, come into downward facing dog, and then drop to your tabletop, and then come down onto your forearms, and then slowly lower all the way down onto your tummies. Take a breath or two here. And this time, reach your arms long out in front of you like you're Supermaning it, okay? So legs are long, arms are long. And just similar like we've done those diagonal twists before, we're gonna do the same thing laying down on our belly. So inhale, lift that left leg up, and then lift the right arm up. Your head kind of naturally goes up. And then next exhale, lower both those limbs down. Pull your booty a little bit. And then we'll do that same thing on the other side. So right leg goes up, left arm goes up. Keep your gaze looking down. And then exhale, lower down. Bend the elbows, stack your hands. Rest your forehead on your hands. Just wiggle your hips a little bit. And then bring your hands underneath your arms, or your hands underneath your shoulders. Go ahead and press back into tabletop. And then take your knees wide, toes together. Take a child's pose. Take a couple breaths in your child's pose. Gotta pull the hair back a little bit. Take a deep breath in here, and a deep breath out. Come back on up into tabletop. I know it's a lot of tabletops and down dogs, but they're great for your spine, which is what we're focusing this class on. And so now that we're in our tabletop, let's just take a cat and cow. So exhale, round your spine, bring your chin to your chest, hollow out the belly. And then next, inhale, drop the belly low, lift the chin up. And again, exhale, round the spine, bring your chin to your chest. And inhale. Inhale, belly low, chin up. Come on back to a neutral spine. And you're going to drop down onto your forearms again, keeping that elbow or the elbows right underneath your shoulders. So forearm plank is sometimes can be a little bit challenging. So if this is enough for you to stay right here like this, stay here right like this, just keep your neck, head and neck nice and long, your gaze is looking down at your mat, your back is trying to be nice and flat. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can keep the right knee down and extend the left leg back. The toes can be down back there, or you can raise it up. Still keeping that spine nice and long. You're engaging your core, which helps to support that spine as well. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper than that, you can curl both sets of toes under and come into full forearm plank. Again, you want to keep the gaze looking down. You're hollowing out your belly. You're trying to keep your butt down too. Don't stick the butt up in the air. And then exhale, lower the knees down. Come back up onto your hands and knees, tabletop, shake your hips out a little bit. And then we'll repeat that one more time. So if you just did one leg, we'll do the other side now. So come back down into your forearm plank, or forearm tabletop rather. Your back is nice and flat. If this is enough for you again, stay right here, keep your back flat, keep your gaze down at your mat. If you want to do a little bit more, you can extend that right leg back, keeping the toes down. Let me turn this way. Keeping the toes down. If you want to go a little further, you can lift that right leg up. Again, keeping that spine nice and long, curling the tailbone down, pulling the belly into your spine. If you think you still got a little bit more even than that, you can curl your toes under and come into full forearm plank. Take a couple breaths wherever you are at. Then exhale, drop those knees down. Come back to your tabletop position and just shake the hips out a little bit. And then we're all going to come back down again onto our forearms. So forearms again, elbows again are right underneath your shoulders. So we're going to come into side planks. So side planks, there's a couple options. I just want to show you all the options first before you decide which way you want to go. So you can be in your tabletop position, or in your forearm tabletop position, I should say. And you can keep your right forearm down and kind of just bring that right hand maybe about 45 degrees, and then come up onto your left hand. And you can stretch that left foot back to your warrior 2 foot, and you can try hovering that left hand to a block, or you can raise it all the way up. This is one option. Another option, if you want to work more some balance, you can lift that left leg up in balance. Last option is you can stack your feet and come into side plank with the left arm up into the air, or you can reach over your head, really reaching long and elongating that spine even more. So whichever variation you want, just take a couple breaths when you get there. And then you'll slowly lower your left hand down. So you'll slowly lower your left hand down, come down into your knees, come back up to both hands, tabletop position, shake your hips out a little bit. And then we will repeat it on the other side. So same options again. So you can come down onto your forearm tabletop. You can take your right foot back to your warrior 2 foot. You can bring the right hand to a block. You can take it anywhere in between. You can come all the way up. Next option is to raise that right leg up. Last option is to stack those feet. Woo, kind of balancing. I'm sliding over my floor. Take that right arm up to the sky, or you can reach it up over your head, really elongating that spine again, building some side of the column, side of your spinal column strength here. Take a breath or 2 more. Then exhale, lower that right hand down. Slowly bend your knees back down. Come out of it nice and slow. Come back into your tabletop. Shake your hips out a little bit. And then take your knees wide, toes together, push back to child's pose. So as much as I'm having you do lots of down dogs today, I'm having you do lots of child's poses to give you rest in between. And also because child's pose is another great one for your spine as well. So method to my madness. And then come back up again into your tabletop. Shake your hips out a little bit. Go ahead and grab your blocks. Keep them in front of you. And come to kneeling on your knees. If you need to roll your mat over to cushion your knees, you certainly can. Or I guess I should have said, if you need a knee pad, you can grab your knee pads and throw them under your knees now, because we're going to do some gate posing now. So I'm going to go back flat, but I have my blocks in front of me. And all I'm going to do now is we're just going to do a modified camel. So you can keep your blocks here, or you can place them to the outside of your ankles or your feet. Your hands are going to come to your hips. You're going to grow tall with your spine first. And then you're just going to lean on back. You can stay right here if this is enough for you, or you can reach your hands back to those blocks that were by your feet. Last option is you can stay here, or you can let the head and neck fall back. Your head and neck goes back, bring it back up. Slowly come back up. Shake your hips out a little bit. Do some hip circles. Do the other way, nice and easy. And then go ahead and bring your blocks back in front of you, keeping them on the high setting. And you're going to take your right foot out to the side so that the ankle is right underneath the knee. You're sitting nice and tall. And I just want you to stay here in balance, pulling the belly in, tucking the butt under. So feel that action first. Then I want you to slide that right foot out. Flex that foot so that the toes point up towards the sky. And we're going to come into gate pose. The gate pose is not just tipping your body or twisting. You're going to grow tall with your spine, as always. And then you're going to tip like you're tipping from your hips, like you do when you come into triangle pose. You start to reach with that arm, tip from your hips, and then you're going to reach towards those toes. This time you can touch the toes, or you can bring the block to the front of that foot, or place the block in the back of your foot. Or if you're flexible enough, you can take your hand down to the floor behind your foot. That left arm can go to the sky, or it can reach up overhead. So now we're getting the side of the spinal column again. Take a couple breaths here. Keep breathing. The next inhale, slowly come back up. Woo, great job. Bend that knee back in. Take that knee back around to front. And so it's not on a tightrope, it's still hip distance apart. You have your feet on both sides, or your blocks on both sides of that front foot. And again, I just want you to grow tall with your spine. Tuck that butt under, hollow out the belly, and just reach those arms straight up. Straight up, straight up, straight up. You can stay right here if this is enough for you, or you can lower those arms down by your sides, palms face forward, and you again are going to tip from the pelvis or your hips and lean forward, keeping that spine long. Pulling the belly in. And then inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, lower those hands down. Bring that right knee back around underneath the left. Shake the hips out a little bit. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So take that left foot out. The ankle again is right underneath the knee. And then grow to be tall here. Pull the belly in, spine is long, tuck the butt under. Now that you've settled all that and got it nice and straightened out, go ahead and slide that left foot out. Again, that left foot stays flexed, the toes point up towards the sky. reach the arms out. And again, we're gonna tip from the hips or the pelvis. We're not just cranking over. You're gonna start to lean with your body. Reach for those toes. And if hands can touch the toes, you can touch the block in front of the foot, you can touch the block in back of the foot, or you can reach for the floor. You can take that right arm up high to the sky, or you can reach it up over your ear. Excuse me, take a couple breaths here. Next inhale, slowly come back up. Ooh. Go ahead and bend that left knee in. Bring that left foot around to forward. Again, that left ankle is under the right knee. Go ahead and bring your hands to your hips. Grow tall with your spine. Tuck that butt under, hollow out the belly. You can reach those arms up if you'd like. Last option is to lower those arms out and down by your sides, palms face forward, and you can lean forward, tipping from the hips again. Keeping that spine long, pressing that left foot down to the earth as much as you're pressing that back top of the foot down to the earth. Take a couple breaths here. And then inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale those hands down to your blocks. Bring that left knee around. Shake those hips out. And then go ahead and step one foot forward. Lift the back knee up. And then you're going to walk your hands around so you come into a wide-legged stance. So I'm going to turn and twist forward towards you guys. So you can have your blocks or you don't have to, but you're in your wide-legged stance. Your hands are right underneath you on the mat or on your blocks. So take your left hand to the center, so it's right underneath your eyes, between your middle eye. Keep that left hand there, and you're going to twist and reach that right arm up to the sky. If your hand is on the block, it's just like this. Exhale that right hand down. Center that right hand right underneath your middle eye. And then you're going to twist and reach that left arm up to the sky. Again, you can be on the block or you can be down on your mat. Exhale that left hand down. Go ahead and toe heel your feet about or a little bit wider than hips distance apart. And then just bend your knees. Your hands can be on your blocks or they can be on the mat. And bring your hands to prayer. Just going to hover here, just a little bit of a malasana, just because it feels good to add in some hip, knee, and ankle action. And then drop your hands to your block or your mat, straighten the knees, toe heel your feet all the way together, and then bend those knees and come have a seat on your mat. Stretch those legs out long, shake them out. And the legs can be out straight or the knees can be slightly bent. Grow tall with your spine. Inhale those arms out and up. And keeping the spine nice and long, you're just going to reach forward. Keeping the spine long. Don't round the spine. We're not rounding. We're keeping it nice and long. The arms are up. Pulling the belly in. And then inhale, slowly come up. Exhale those arms on down, shake it out again. And then go ahead and bend that left knee into your chest. You can keep that left foot to the inside of the right thigh, or you can cross it over, whichever feels better for you in your body. So go ahead and sit up nice and tall. If you can't sit tall in this position, tuck a blanket or something underneath your bum just to raise you up a little higher so you can stay nice and tall. Because that's the whole point of the spine focus today. So we gotta make sure we're nice and tall, because you can go deeper into your twist if you go taller first, but you can't go deeper if you twist and then try and go taller. So you always want to grow tall first, elongate first, then twist, and then you create more space. So you have your left knee crossed over, your right hand is gonna hold on to that knee. And then you're going to try and wrap that elbow around that knee. If you can't, just still keep holding it with the right hand. But if you can wrap that elbow, and then you're going to have opposite hands grab opposite wrists and just hold it like you're giving a little hug. Sit tall with your spine and then pull that belly in and up so you grow even taller. Then you can start to look over that left shoulder. And then you can release the left hand behind you. You can keep the right elbow there, or if you want to go a little deeper still, you can take that right elbow to the inside of that left knee and twist a little bit deeper. Next, exhale, slowly wind back to center. Go ahead, stretch that left leg out, shake it out. And now we're going to do that sitting tall thing again. So sit tall, reach those arms up nice and long. Knees can be slightly bent or they can be straight. And then we're just going to lean forward, keeping the spine long, reaching those arms long. Looking down at our legs. Pulling the belly in. And then inhale, come back up. Exhale those arms down, shake it on out. And then this time bring that right knee into your chest. The foot can stay to the inside of the thigh or cross over, whichever feels better for your body. Again, you want to keep that spine nice and tall. So if you're leaning forward or leaning back, then tuck something underneath your butt like a blanket or something to lift those hips up. So now the left hand can grab that knee. You're sitting nice and tall. If the left elbow can reach around that knee, have that left elbow reach around the knee. Then have the opposite hand and wrist. Opposite hand grab opposite wrist. So you're sitting still tall. Then you're going to start to look over that right shoulder. Once you're there and you established yourself, you're sitting tall and you're twisting, you can reach that right hand back behind you. And if you want to go a little deeper still, you can take that left elbow to the inside of that knee and get a little bit more torque twist. Take a couple breaths here. And then next exhale, slowly unwind back to center. Uncross that leg, stretch it out. Shake it out nice and long, pat it out, rub it out, whatever feels good. So now just go ahead and crisscross your legs. Whichever one you want to be in front is totally fine with me. If crisscross applesauce is not comfortable for you in your body, then take the one leg. Let's just start off. Everybody start off with the right leg either on top of your legs or out straight, or the right leg in front, just so we're all making sure we're on the same side. So right leg's on top or in front. You're going to grow tall with your body. And this time we can round the spine. So walk your hands forward, rounding the spine as you go. Letting your head fall and be heavy. And just take a few breaths here. Keep leaning forward and take both arms off to the left a little bit. Reach long with that right arm. So now you're forward folded and you add a little side body stretch one more time to hit that side of the body, side of the spinal column. Inhale, come back to center. And then next exhale, slowly walk your hands back up. Stretch those legs on out. You can shake them out, rub them out, whatever. Then this time you'll take the left ankle, cross it over the right ankle, or crisscross the left leg in front of the right. Sit tall with your spine again. And then when you're ready, walk your hands forward, slowly starting to round the spine. Again, letting your head fall and be heavy. Take a few breaths here. And then still leaning forward, walk both arms off to the right, reach long with your left arm, getting that side body. next inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, slowly walk your hands back and up. Woo. Go ahead and uncross the legs, stretch them out, shake them out. And then just come back to a comfortable seated position and just roll your shoulders a few times back. And then roll them forward too. And again, just because I said before, like your spinal column goes all the way up to the base of your neck, we're just going to do a little bit of a neck stretch too. So go ahead and bring right ear to right shoulder. Drop your chin to your chest. And then left ear to left shoulder. And then head and neck slowly back up to vertical. Gently shake your head no a few times. A few baby circles with the shoulders. Go the other way too. And we'll just go around the other way. So left ear to left shoulder. Drop your chin to your chest. And then right ear to right shoulder. And then head and neck back up to vertical. And again, slowly shake your head no a few times. And a few baby circles with your shoulders. Go the opposite direction. And just take your hands and just massage the front of your throat. Because again, it's the other part of the back of your neck here. This is the front of that spinal column that goes into your neck, back up into your brainstem. So just massage it, just to give it a little bit of a stretch. You can turn your head a little bit when you're doing that. And we stretched our neck when we did camel, if that was in our practice, but we're just giving a little rub now. And then go ahead and come on down onto your back. So I'm going to turn sideways. So have your knees bent, your feet about hip distance apart, arms down by your side. We're just going to take a couple bridge poses here. So when you're ready, inhale, lift that bum up, press your feet down. Your arms can stay by your sides. They could raise up overhead, or you can clasp your hands underneath your back and shimmy your shoulders together. But just take a couple breaths here. And then next exhale, slowly lower everything down. Rock those knees a little bit side to side. And then we have one more bridge pose. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and press those feet down, lift those hips up. Again, arms can stay by your side. They can reach up. They can clasp underneath your bum and shimmy the shoulders together. And then slowly on an exhale, release on down. Go ahead and windshield wiper those legs again. And then one at a time, pull your knees into your chest. Take your arms out to a T, palms facing up. And then stretch your legs up to the sky. Turning back to straight again. You can point and flex your feet a couple times. You can roll the ankles, or you can just be still here. And then one at a time, bend your knees back into your chest. Grab onto those knees, rock side to side. Come back to stillness. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, squeeze into a tight ball, rounding that spine again. And then exhale, open everything up, full body stretch. I know. And here comes my doggy to come and attack me with kisses. Reach that body long, full body stretch. Stretching out that spine on your back. Grow long, grow long, grow long. Hi, honey. Hi, sweet pie. And then lower your arms down by your sides. Take your legs a little wider, your arms away from you, palms facing up. And start to settle in for your Shavasana. If you're able to stay in your Shavasana a little bit longer, please do so. Maggie's telling me I have to get up, so I'm going to start wiggling my fingers and my toes. Deepening your breath, and then slowly roll off to your right side. Pause there, take a breath or two. And now when you're ready, come back to a comfortable seated position. Keeping your eyes closed. Bring your hands to your heart center. Thank you guys for practicing with me here today. I greatly appreciate all your love and all your support. And remember to be grateful every day. Be great and be full. And be thankful you are alive and enjoy that you are alive. Enjoy the good and the bad, the bumps in the road, the smooth pavement. They all make life what it is. And together may you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy, and may your mind be at ease. Together we bow and say, Namaste. Thank you guys. Happy early Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time with your loved ones. Keep wearing your mask, keep washing your hands, and hopefully I'll talk to all y'all soon. Okay, love you guys. Bye, hugs and kisses.